In truth, I really don't like being interviewed. I feel it's such an intrusion.
But now, he's got something to say.
Don't read the tabloids. Garbage, junk food. Believe what I tell you.
Your questions?
Angry?
Michael's answers.
There's a girl named Billie Jean.
Next, in a VH1 News exclusive.
Do you ever have stage fright? Are you affected by racism?
Are you working on a new album?
I was wondering who directs kind of music you listen to.
Every interview I've ever done, I've been forced into it. And you guys have been so nice to me. And that's the only reason why I agreed to do this.
There you have it, right from Michael Jackson himself. He wants to answer your questions, and the only place he'd agree to do it is on VH1. Hello and welcome to History, the Michael Jackson interview. I'm John Fugelsang. Now, we all know there is not a journalist alive who wouldn't break both his kneecaps to have the chance to interview this man, Michael Jackson. But that's an honor he has saved for you, his fans. So now you'll get the answers to all your Michael questions. But wait, there's more. You'll even get to see the American premiere of Michael's newest video, which is not even being released until 1997, Stranger in Moscow. Now, I don't know anyone who doesn't want to ask a question of Michael Jackson. So when VH1 gave you the chance to ask Michael anything you wanted, needless to say, the response was phenomenal. Now, this is Teresa Kennedy. Terry runs VH1 Online. And Terry, now, are these all questions via email for Michael?
Yes, they are.
I don't believe it. Terry, you maniac, how many did we receive?
Over 1,000.
Okay, and what's a sample question Michael got from fans?
Ollie from Virginia wants to know, have you ever had a D or an F on your report card?
Okay, good question. Maybe he'll answer Ollie. Maybe even he'll give us his SAT scores. Who knows? Thank you, Terry. Now from computers to the phones. We got thousands of questions from Michael fans all over the country, each with a different question all their own, like this one.
Hi, this is Krishana Matthews from Mansfield, Ohio. My question for Michael Jackson is, do you think he'll ever find true love?
Okay, maybe Michael will answer that. We don't know, but even if he doesn't, Krishana Matthews of Ohio, hey, at least you got your name set on TV. Now, we even got questions by mail from Michael. Grade school student Kari Thompson writes, Dear Michael, have you ever had stage fright? Good question. Will he answer it? Only time will tell. I don't know, Kari, but I do know this. We got questions from computer, from telephone, from mail, even a few loose carrier pigeons made their way into the studio. Now, that wasn't enough for us. We wanted more, so we took to the streets to ask people from around the world what their questions were for Michael Jackson.
Hi, I'm Irene from London.
And I'm Sam from London.
And Michael, what video did you like working on?
And why?
Okay, so that's how we got your questions. But how did we get them to Michael? Now, Michael couldn't come to us, so we had to go to him. VH1 traveled halfway around the world to Asia, where Michael's in the middle of his world tour.
India, Russia, Thailand, Spain, Czechoslovakia, Hungary. The world just can't seem to get enough of Michael Jackson. Michael's crisscrossing the globe in support of history, past, present, and future, Book 1, his platinum double album of new releases and greatest hits. Just look what happened in Moscow. Thousands showed up to catch a peek of their idol. Michael called the Russian people loving, kind, and compassionate, and Moscow's mayor called his presence a great gift to Muscovites. Frenzied fans besieged Michael in India, but that didn't unsettle him.
I would just like to say I'm very happy to be here.
And why not? Wherever he goes and whatever he does, his fans are with him.
Michael Jackson is still the most gifted on-stage performer who's alive. There's nobody who can do what he can do on a stage.
And that's what's selling out most of the shows around the world. It's all about Michael Jackson, the showman.
Right on the front line of the fan frenzy, these people, the reporters, the photographers, all begging, clamoring, beseeching, imploring this man for 1 minute. One question. But Michael Jackson's only taking time out to talk to you, and the only questions he's going to be answering are yours. So get ready for history, the Michael Jackson interview, coming up next.
I'm more comfortable on stage than giving this interview right now.
VH1 Marathon. All day, all night, all Michael. The perfect day for the perfect dad.
Well, we put the word out. You asked VH1 your questions, and now, my friends, here is Mr. Michael Jackson with his answers.
I'd like to know what some of the things that make Michael Jackson angry.
I believe in perfection, and I try to create that in everything we do. We never seem to totally get there, but I believe in perfect execution. And when we don't get at least 99.9%, I get really upset. So that gets me upset.
Are you going to make any more videos off your History album?
There's a lot more releases from history. We have The Ghosts coming up, which is a big one, and Stranger in Moscow, and it's just going to go on and on. I mean, we're at 28 million albums right now, other than what the press continue to lie about. The tabloid press, they're terrible. Don't read the tabloids. That's something you can play. The fans, don't read stories that aren't true. They write these stories to mislead you, and you're just making them rich. It's not true. Don't read it. It's garbage. It's junk food. Believe what I tell you.
Why are you wearing a silk mask in your latest appearances?
Because with time, my skin condition has gotten worse. I hate to say it. I have vitiligo, and I'm completely allergic to the sun. I'm not even supposed to be outside, actually. Even if I'm in the shade, the sun rays can destroy my skin.
Are there any songs that you released that you wish you didn't?
Not that I can think of. Some of the Motown, some of the songs, the early ones, I remember getting upset with the songwriters because I wanted to sing them one way and they wanted me to sing it another way. And I would call Barry Gordy, who was the chairman, owner of the company. He would say, look, let Michael do what he wants. I'm sure he's right. So that happened several times.
Was the atmosphere between the Motown stars competitive or friendly?
It was very friendly. Marvin Gaye used to come to my house at least twice a week to play basketball with my brothers. Stevie Wonder would come by for gatherings and parties, and I would go to the Supreme's house, and, Dinah Ross, where she would invite the other girls over, and there was really sincerely one happy family. We would have a baseball team where we played against one another, and I was just really little, but they let me bat, and it was really a happy family, and I do miss all of them. Even the Temptations, they would come over to my house all the time.
Are you going to retape the HBO special you canceled last year? If so, when?
Am I going to what to the HBO special? Retape. Oh, yes, we're planning on doing that in Africa, in South Africa.
Have you ever been scared to go on stage?
No, I don't remember ever being afraid to go on stage. I'm more comfortable on stage than giving this interview right now.
Are you going to be doing any concerts here in the United States?
I'd like to. We're planning on it next year.
So, Mr. Jackson, I just wanted to know, do you ever plan on working with Quincy Jones again?
I would love to work with Quincy again. The doors are always open. We're very friendly with each other. But I just like challenging and doing different things and experimenting. And he's a very endearing person, and I do love him very much.
If you could spend one day in complete anonymity, where would you go and what would you do?
Probably to Neverland or an island isolated somewhere. What would I do? Probably write music or kind of create some musical or stage play or something creative. I never stopped working.
Michael, did the real Billie Jean know about the song, and if she did, what were her reactions to it?
There's a girl named Billie Jean, but it's not about that Billie Jean. Billie Jean is kind of anonymous. It represents a lot of girls who used to, they used to call them groupies in the 60s. They would hang around backstage doors, and any band that would come to town, they would have a relationship with. And I think I wrote this out of experience with my brothers when I was little. There were a lot of Billie Jeans out there. Every girl claimed that their son was related, you know, to one of my brothers.
Groupies. I was so off. You know, Michael's new, soon-to-be-released single also deals with a personal story. Now, Michael's going to reveal that story, and we will have the premiere of that video in just a few minutes. But first, there was one question a lot of you had for Michael.
Hi, my name's Yolanda Stewart. I'm from Houston, Texas. Michael, are you planning on having any children in the future?
Hi, I'm Joe from Staten Island, and my question for Michael Jackson is, when is he going to have a baby?
Hi, Michael. My name is Daphne. I live in Burbank. I was just wondering if you're going to have kids in the near future.
Well, now we sure do know, don't we? And we didn't even have to travel halfway across the world to find out. By now, I guess you've heard the news today, oh boy, that yes, Michael Jackson is going to be a pop. Michael broke the news last week that his longtime friend, Debbie Rowe, is indeed expecting their child. Now, we asked Michael about his impending fatherhood, but he didn't want to talk about it on camera. He did, however, release this statement. I am thrilled that I will soon be a father, and I'm looking forward with great anticipation to having this child. Please respect my privacy and that of Debbie and the child. This is my dream come true. Don't go away. In just a few short minutes, Michael reveals which of his songs are the most biographical.
Stranger in Moscow. I wrote that in Moscow when the lyrics are totally autobiographical.
Plus, we'll have the U.S. premiere of Michael's newest video. You are watching History, the Michael Jackson interview, exclusively on VH1. You have the questions, and this man has the answers.
Which songs of his are autobiographical?
Stranger in Moscow, Heal the World, We Are the World, I'll Be There. Those type of songs.
What inspired the song Stranger in Moscow?
Chattanooga, Tennessee. Stranger in Moscow. I wrote that in Moscow when the lyrics are totally autobiographical. It's, when you hear lines like, here abandoned in my fame, Armageddon of the brain. And at the time, that's on the last tour when we were in Moscow, that's really how I felt. And it kind of created itself. It fell into my lap because that's how I was feeling at the time. Just all alone in a hotel, and it was raining, and I just started writing it.
Well, once again, thanks for letting us show the video, and we will look forward to its release next year. And there you have it, my friends. Your questions, Mr. Jackson's answers, because, hey, that's the way Michael wanted it. We're going to leave you now with some footage from Michael's new film. It's in theaters near you, and it's called Ghosts. Thanks for watching.
Who's weird now? Did I scare you?